So let's go ahead and finish just this first verse of the second chapter, 249 of the section of verses that we are focusing on. So it says, how often has Allah, by a small force, vanquished a large one? Allah is with those who steadfastly persevere. So alhamdulillah, so much richness, deep, powerful richness obviously would come out of just going through the Arabic and the Quranic Arabic and just laying out what's there. It's powerful, but I'm sure you can sense from just what I'm giving from the surface, like, wow, that's the right attitude. I hope that's what you're experiencing, because that's certainly what it did and what it does for me. And I love for my brother and sister what I love for myself, mashallah. So let's finish up this verse, and this will be an end of this time today, which is to say that when you see me again, there'll be a wardrobe change, inshallah. Okay, so it's how often has God, by His will, by a small force, vanquished a large one, and Allah is with those who patiently persevere. So the idea, the first of those ideas, is that we don't, what? Multinational corporation, global corporation, big this, big that, yeah, the vaccination people, all that. It's like, I'm not being expressly dismissive of them per se, but when you put them in the context of Allahu Akbar, Allah is bigger, greater, more important. There's a set of verses. Let me see if I can find it quickly. This. Well, it's not as easy to find as I originally thought, but oh yeah, there it is. Alhamdulillah. Just before you're about to give up, here it comes. 52:42. 50 seconds or a 40-second verse. Let's look at it. $52.42. We will read the Arabic on this. It's a short one, right? Auzubillah. It says, أم يريدون قيدا فالذين كفروا هم الماكدون. صدق الله العظيم. It says, or do they intend a plan? But those who disbelieve, they are the object of a plan. Right? صدق الله العظيم. It's like you got all these plans that you planning to put down on somebody else, especially Allah's servants. You got this plan you putting down on them. You have a plan, but you don't recognize that you are the object of a plan. And that's also going back to Shaitan. And so I want you to understand, capture this moment inside of the drama of the first move made by the original Satan, Iblis to Shaitan. Capture every subsequent moment, and particularly this one now. I'm talking about the age of COVID, the pandemic. It's a moment of Satan against man, like all other moments of Satan against man. And in it, it says, when Allah says, that's just, you have a plan. But then he said, you told God what your plan was. Now I'm speaking from the Satan's idea. This is what I'm going to do. This is my plan. I'm going to do this. And God said, well, that's just in fitting for my plan. Because in the end, I'll fill hell with you and whoever follows you. Right? The ones who inherit your plan and carry out your plan and strategy, they're going to be in hell with you. Okay? It starts in this world, and some I'll give them a long time here so they can lengthen the rope with which they're going to be punished. You have your plan, and I have a plan, and you're the object of my plan. And then also Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, he is also my plan. And even your plan to unsettle my plan in him is only going to make my plan grow that much more. They plan, and Allah has already planned, and Allah is the best planner. So no matter what their plan is, no matter what the Goliath is saying or doing, it's the same plan that Shaitan had from the very beginning. And Allah's plan is the same from the very beginning. So his plan for Shaitan is the same. His plan for those who follow Shaitan is the same. His plan for Adam is the same. God's plan is still at work. And that's also a part of what is meant when the Quran says, and you shall not will except as Allah wills. So it doesn't matter who started this and who's doing this and how is this happening. And if it's against Allah's plan for human beings, it's not going to prevail. It's not going to prevail. Can something bad happen to Muslims living right now in this age and period of time? Yes. As happened in the past with Muslims. It doesn't mean that we cannot individually and personally and even collectively suffer the results. So you just think about Genghis Khan. What happened with Genghis Khan and what happened to the Muslims under Genghis Khan. Well, look at also Africa. What happened to the Muslims as it relates to the slave trade? It's like, okay, what's happening to Muslims in China? What happened with Bosnia, Herzegovina? All those things are possibilities. Yes, they are possibilities. But a sip out of the hand is excused. But don't drink all that water. Yes, that's through the stream of time. That's through the stream of history. That happened. But don't allow that to set up in you, because Allah says He is with those who patiently persevere. Inna Allaha ma'a sabirin. Allah is with those who patiently persevere. This is the way that we have to be. How often has God by a small force vanquished a large force? Right? It's like, no, we don't fear death. Allah is in charge. He has created death to be our common lot, and He's not to be frustrated and change it off form from one to another. There's no way of getting around death. Yeah, Allah says in the Quran, He said, even if you are in towers built up high and strong, death will find you there. Even if you feel yourself safe in your home, sheltered in place, death will find you there. That's on God. That's on God. Let it be. Let it be on Allah. Don't think that no matter how many measures and how many things, don't not do them, right? Tie your camel and trust in Allah. But the point is that don't put all your trust in, hand sanitizer and face masks and gloves. It's like, okay. No, just don't do it. I mean, when I say don't do it, don't put your trust there. At-tawakkal ala Allah. Put your trust completely in Allah. Okay, do that. And then keep on living. And then keep on living. And keep aware. Listen to what Allah may have you understand in the circumstance, in the time, what you should do, etc. Don't be a regular and broad and deep consumer of stuff that's being put out there in its effort to explain. Whatever. You can put me in that bag if you want to. But I don't think what I'm saying to you is the same, because I don't think you've heard these kinds of things anywhere else. And if you have, you haven't sent them to me in terms of that. So mashallah. So I'm just saying life goes on. This is the beginning. And so today I'm just going to limit myself to that. And we'll let it be whatever Allah wills. That's what it's going to be, mashallah. God's peace be on you, everybody. Have a wonderful life. Be safe. Assalamu alaikum.